ain't have nothing to do with me nor her. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo. Don't act like you didn't say I wasn't there. Now damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they nor her. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo. Don't act like you didn't say I wasn't there. Now damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they on some hair.
The tension in the room was palpable. What should have been a routine production of a popular reality show quickly turned into a storm, brewing under the bright lights and rolling cameras. Despite the presence of the crew, everything surrounding Yandy and Rasheeda seemed to dissolve into the background, making it feel as though they were alone in a long simmering predicament. Yandy, known for being tough, felt the pressure of the circumstances weigh on her, fearing she might lose control. It seemed like everything was collapsing in front of the cameras. Rasheeda had always been a steady companion to Yandy, a confidante for many years, but things had shifted when Rasheeda began questioning the loyalty and morals of Mendices, Yandy's partner. Their connection had been complex, but the introduction of Mendices into their lives created an undeniable tension. Rasheeda's discomfort with Mendices deepened over time, and she became more vocal about her concerns. As the cameras captured every second, the gloves came off. Yandy felt the rising anger in her chest but managed to hold herself back, knowing that now was not the time to lose control of her emotions. Still, Rasheeda's words hit hard. "Yandy, will you actually defend him despite everything he's done? Would you still pretend like he's saving your life?" Rasheeda's voice carried astonishment as the weight of the years of tension between them came to the surface. Yandy's heart raced, but she stayed composed, knowing that letting Rasheeda see her vulnerability would give her too much power. But the wounds were deep. Rasheeda's accusations made Yandy feel as though she were being questioned about her judgment, about the choices she had made, and about everything she had endured. "Why do you keep making comments about Mendices?" Yandy asked. Rasheeda had always been ready to blame him for their problems, but Yandy had always carried those burdens with him. "You are not the one in this relationship," Yandy continued. "You don't know what it's like, what I've had to forgive, what we've both been through." The volume of their exchange grew, and the air between them was thick with unresolved issues, with rivalry and covert jealousy from years of shared history. Their argument escalated when Rasheeda retaliated, her face twisted in anger. "You think Mendices' disaster is something only you've had to deal with? You think I don't understand? I've been in a relationship with someone who consistently makes mistakes too. I'm tired of watching you pretend he's changed while he continues to pull you down." Yandy was stunned, the words cutting through her like a punch. For a moment she felt the ground shift beneath her. She wanted to lash out, to yell, but she held back, knowing that everything was being captured on camera. The stakes were too high. Despite everything, Yandy refused to let Rasheeda see her break. Yet, deep inside, the dam was about to burst. The intensity of their dispute, Rasheeda's constant interference, and the years of drama had taken their toll. The crew in the background watched quietly, knowing they were witnessing something more than just an argument. It was a long, simmering power struggle. For the first time, it seemed there was no clear winner in the battle for respect. Yandy, emotionally exhausted and on the verge of breaking, made her escape, walking away from the battle. The fallout was still being captured on camera, but Yandy had only just entered the real fight, not just with Rasheeda or Mendices, but with herself and with the wreckage that had overtaken her life. Rumors had been circulating about Mendices' relationship with Erica, and the tensions between them only seemed to escalate after he reconciled with Erica, his real love. Meanwhile, Yandy was left to cope with the emotional toll of the situation. Mendices' behavior had caused her to question everything about her marriage, and her pride seemed to be the only thing keeping it intact. The tension continued to mount as Yandy struggled to maintain the unity she had worked so hard to preserve. Despite all of Yandy's efforts to hold the family together during Mendices' imprisonment, and her willingness to attend therapy and work through their issues, Mendices had turned his attention to Erica. He had admitted that his relationship with Yandy was based on duty, not love, and now, with his freedom restored, it seemed he had moved on from the woman who had stood by him for so long. As Yandy came to terms with the situation, it became clear that her pride and emotions had kept her trapped in a cycle. The truth about her marriage and the choices she had made were becoming impossible to ignore, and the weight of the years of drama was finally starting to show.